Hello, welcome to the Equine Breakdown, where I talk about race breakdowns, race predictions, and race analysis. This Friday is the Kentucky Oaks, which is the Kentucky Derby for girl horses. We have a lot of contenders in this race, and I will be reviewing my favorite 5. In post number 4, we have Counting Stars. Counting Stars, last race was in the Fantasy Grade 2 at Oaklawn Park. The race before that, she raced Contender Explorer, who she came second to. She ran 87 speed buyer in that one. Her latest race, she ran 92, where she won by 5 lengths. She looks to be a mid-pack runner, because she goes early 93 and late 86. She's had better speed buyers in all of her races: 43, 77, 82, 0, 87, and 92. Which is technically when Francisco Arrieta was riding her, which he's riding her this Friday. I really like this horse. She went against Explorer. She didn't run her best race because of the 87 speed bar going over a mile and a 16th, but she ran 92. And if we look, Explorer ran 88 in the Honeybee, and that was 2 months ago. That was back in March, so that's something to look out for. Out of Honor AP, Honor AP was a Derby nominee. He won the San Diego Derby, so she has a pretty good pedigree. Bought for $150,000. Mark Cassie, owned by West Point Thoroughbreds. Last race, really impressive. Gone better every single time, like I just said. So yeah, a lot to look forward to in this horse. Next up, we got number 9, Always a Runner. Always a Runner is out of Gun Runner. She's trained by Chad Brown. He's really good. Jose Ortiz, the jockey. Morley, a late runner, so she's probably going to sit off the pace, which is really good in Derby and Oaks races. Her last race was in the Gazelle. She only has 2 races under her belt. In the Gazelle, she ran 89 speed figure. She beat Pashmina and Paradise at Aqueduct. The race before that, she raced at Tampa Bay Downs. She ran 59 speed buyer, and she came first by 6 lengths. She's only had 2 starts. Much to look forward to in this filly. Haven't really seen much of her. Her works have been pretty solid. 49, and this was at 48, at Churchill Downs, 4 days ago. Much to look out for. She's probably going to come off the pace, so expect her to be seeing her make a late run in the race. Moving on, we have Prom Queen. 8-1 morning line coming out of post number 10, run by Javier Castellano, who won the Derby, pretty sure 3 years ago. Her last race in the Gulfstream Park Oaks, she ran 90 speed buyer. She beat My Miss Mo, who recently just scratched. Gotten better every single start. Only 3 starts, 73, 83, 90. She sits a bit off the pace. We could expect her to be seeing mid-pack, as she ran in 5th, 3rd, and 1st. So on her first start, she was the pacemaker. On a pretty slow pace. Next race, she finished mid-pack, or she was running in mid-pack. She ended up finishing first in that one. So I think her preference is mid-pack, as she lost being the pacemaker on a really slow pace. She came second, and then when mid-pack, she came first under Javier Castellano. Like this horse, out of Quality Road, gotten better. Pretty good work. She was breezing 4 days ago. A lot to go out for. a lot to look out for. She could make a run. She could make a run for it at 8-1. So a lot to look out for. Moving on to Percy's Bar, ridden by Lon Machado. Lon Machado has ridden her whole career. Last race was in the Ashland, where she beat Zany, the current 4-1 favorite. She ran 87 speed buyer at Keeneland. She sits a little bit off the leader in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, which was, she had a bit of a layoff from October to April. She finished third behind Super Corridor and Explora. She ran 78 speed buyer, and then 80 in the one before that. So she's mostly a stalking horse. It was a bit of a slow pace. When in the Ashland, and that's how she was in third the whole race. So it's probably going to be a faster pace, so we could see her on the outside a bit. She's probably going to rest up like she did in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile when it was a pretty fast pace. So yeah, we could expect to see her. If it's like a fast pace, she's gonna run exactly like she did in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. And if we see her like we see in the Ashland, we should see her come in the top 3 or somewhere around there. Moving on to Bella Ballerina. Ballerina is ridden by Tyler Gaffleone. Only raced at she's raced at Fairgrounds her last 2 starts. She came second in her last one, first in her one before that. We could see that she is moving up in class. Went 47 at Churchill Downs. They took the blinkers off. Hasn't raced since March, but she usually is probably going to be behind Explora, since she goes 108 and 68 late. Last race was in the Fairground Oaks, where she ran second, and then the race before that she ran 84 when she was setting the pace. So we should be seeing her like trailing behind Explora. So yeah, I expect it to be like a moderate pace. I don't expect it to be blazing fast. So we'll see how it sets up. If it sets up to be a moderate pace, I believe she will have a good trip and pull away. Last but not least, we have Pashmina. Pashmina is 30-1 morning line, so that's something to look out for. 30-1. A lot of value in there. Her last race, she finished second to Always a Runner, who is 8-1 right now. She finished to Always a Runner at Aqueduct in the Gazelle. She ran 87 speed buyers, so that's something to look out for. She ran the same speed buyer as Percy's Bar, but she's 30-1. She got caught late. She was pacemaker first, and then she got caught in the final furlong by Always a Runner. So the thing to look out for is she's gotten better every single race. 36, 71, 73, 77, 81, 87. So we could see her make a pretty big run. She just got caught on the wire by Always a Runner in her last race, which if she keeps getting better, I don't expect her to get caught going 9 furlongs, because it was 9 furlongs. They're going 1 1/8, so same distance. She can go the distance. So yeah, I don't see anything wrong with this horse. I think she can make a run. She finished third to Bottle of Rouge. I don't see anything wrong with this horse. Has finished in the money 66% of times. As we could see, she finished 6th in her debut, first, third, fourth, third, second. So I could see her in the money at a pretty big value. With all that set aside, those are my predictions for the Kentucky Oaks. I hope you enjoyed, and hit that follow button.